Hi friends, welcome back to our channel, What the Curry. Today I am making my family favorite chicken tikka lasagna. It's a really nice fusion food. This recipe is actually jam-packed of full of flavors and it's got an Indian touch to it with a lot of spices and a mix of Italian flavors. Okay, we'll start with marinating the chicken. This is chicken thighs, approximately a kilo, boneless and skinless. I'm going to add red chili powder, garam masala to it, 1 teaspoon, and 3 spoons of coriander powder, and a little bit of salt to it, not too much. All these spices you can actually get it from any Indian grocery or any other supermarket. Next ingredient that I add is this mother recipe tikka marinade. Just add 2 spoons of it. Again, you can get this from any Indian grocery. Just mix it up nicely. Why we don't add too much salt to it? Because that tikka marinade also has enough salt in it. What it also has is ginger garlic paste into it and plus lot of other tikka spices to it. That's it. After this is done, we're gonna cover it in the Glad wrap and put it in the fridge for half an hour at least. More would be fine too, so that all the flavors actually get into this marination. Now I'm gonna take my wok and I'm gonna add cooking oil into it. Once it heats up, we're gonna add cumin seeds to it. This is 2 teaspoons of cumin seeds, and then we add the red chili powder. Mix it up a little bit, and then here I have used Kashmiri red chili, which is not very spicy. Now I'm going to add chopped red onions. Because this is for the lasagna, there's going to be a lot of onions. So this is approximately 4 to 5 onions. If you want, you can also use white onions, but I recommend red onions. So we'll let it cook till it actually gets transparent or maybe a little light golden brown. I'm going to add ginger paste and garlic paste into it. You can also add it in the beginning when the oil was heating up. I recommend putting it after, just to avoid so that the oil doesn't splatter around. I do also feel whether you add it in the beginning or afterwards, the taste is not going to change. It will still be nice. Now the onions are quite translucent and it's perfect to do the next thing. I'm going to add a little bit of green chilies into it. I've added 2 green chilies, small size. While my masala is cooking, I'm going to quickly chop capsicum, that is bell peppers. Please do check out our videos. I have this tip how to cut a bell pepper or a capsicum. It's actually quite a handy tip. What a bell pepper actually does, it actually gives us that nice tikka flavor to this chicken curry that we're trying to make. So here you go, I'm going to do the green color one. So I'm just adding red and green bell peppers here. I'm chopping them finely because for lasagna it's good that it's finely chopped. Now the onions are ready. I've added the bell peppers into it, the red and green. So there are 2 bell peppers here. I'm making this lasagna for around 10 people, 10 to 12 people. So that's why there's going to be a lot of chicken tikka here. I'm actually loving the color, the red, the green, the transparent onions. Now I'm going to add this can of tomatoes. I've made it a puree and then I'm adding it into my masala. I'm going to cook it. So this is going to take a while before the oil separates. You can actually see it's cooking slowly. The color is going to change. It's going to get darker and more red. When it looks like that, let's add some fenugreek leaves. Fenugreek actually is quite an important ingredient in chicken tikka masala. So this adds that Indian flavor to the tikka. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of sugar into it. Again, you need that little sweetness in it. Again, salt as per taste, and then coriander powder. I've added 2 big teaspoons of that. And then some red chili. Like I said, I am using Kashmiri red chili. It's not spicy, it just gives red color. And then I've also added garam masala into it. After adding all these spices, we're going to cook it for another 4 to 5 minutes till the oil separates. Look how stunning and flavorful it's looking. Now we'll go back to our marination that we made it, and we're going to put it in that masala. And we're going to mix it nicely. Just be very careful when you're actually mixing this up. My wok is actually quite full, so I'm just being very careful. Also, please note, I have not added any water into it because now the chicken's going to leave a lot of moisture, and that's how it's going to be cooked. Please do not add water. Now I'm going to cover it and keep looking at it after every 5 to 7 minutes. There is still a lot of cooking to be done. I'm going to cover it again and keep looking at it. You can see how the moisture has separated. There's a lot of water into it. I haven't even added a single drop of water. We don't want it to be this watery. This needs to be thickened up. That means this moisture needs to go away and it needs to cook more. Just keep stirring it and keep an eye on it. It shouldn't be very long now that before it cooks. I have put it in a medium flame. I wouldn't go very low or too high because there's always a risk of burning. See how thickened it's got? Now the next step is to add a little bit of cream in it. I have a tip when I add the cream into the chicken tikka gravy. What I end up doing is put the flame in high, really high, and start adding cream little by little like this, and then stir it quite quickly. This way it will never separate and it will become very creamy. There you go, you just got to keep doing this. In the amount of chicken tikka that I'm making, I have used almost half a cup of cream, but again I've added in portions. I didn't add it all of them together. I strongly recommend to do it like this. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is preheat our oven. I like to put it in the fan baking mode. And then I set the temperature to almost 190 degrees. I usually end up putting a timer of 10 minutes. Now we're going to do the fun part, that is preparing the baking tray. First and foremost, grease the pan with the butter like how I've done it. Once this is done, I want to show you the lasagna sheets that I'm using. These are egg lasagna sheets. You don't need to cook them. These can actually go straightly into the dish as the first layer. So after this is done, the next thing I'm going to do is put the chicken tikka that we made. I'm sure you can check out the consistency that I've made of this chicken tikka. It needs to be this consistency. If it's any more watery than that, it's gonna ruin the whole lasagna dish. That's the first layer that goes over the sheet. Put it quite nicely and do make sure to cover all the edges and the sides nicely. The next thing I will do, I'm using this lasagna bechamel white sauce. You can make it at your home or use the jar one like I am using. Just put a nice layer of it. Okay, because this is a fusion food, we're going to add a little bit of more Indian flavor to it. Here I'm using juliennes of gingers. Just put it nicely over the top of this. And then fresh coriander like this. If you want to make it spicy, you can also add jalapenos or green chilies into it. I'm going to put a little bit of red chili flakes over the top. The next thing is lot of cheese. There's going to be a lot of cheese into the lasagna, but I think that's what lasagna is all about. This is mozzarella cheese. I also sprinkle Parmesan cheese into it. That's optional. Please don't worry that it's not got enough cheese. We're going to have 3 layers of it. It's going to have enough of cheese. Now we're going to put the second layer of the lasagna sheets and pretty much follow the same process that we did on the very first layer. Put the chicken tikka just like this all over the edges. Put some ginger, fresh coriander, and then the white sauce like that, and then chili flakes, again the cheese, both cheese, Parmesan and mozzarella cheese, and then another layer of the same thing. Ideal is 3 to 4 layers. Any over that, up to you. I prefer 3 layers are good enough layers. So this is my last layer that I'm putting it up. Now the chicken tikka, then the white sauce, ginger at the top. I'm going to add a lot of fresh coriander. As this is the last layer, the cheese on this one would be the most, like how you can see it right now. And then goes my Parmesan cheese. Before this tray goes into the oven, cover it with the aluminum foil like this. That's it. Now our oven is preheated. Put it in the oven. Put a timer of 10 minutes and then take it out and take off the foil from the top. Why we do this? We do this to get browning at the top. And that's it. Now you can put it back in the oven for another 3 to 4 minutes. After 4 minutes, this is how it's looking. Take it out and cut it and serve in your dish. I hope you like this recipe. We have been making this recipe for quite some time and it's always been a hit in our family. Do try this and tell us if you like it, and do subscribe to our channel, What the Curry. Stay tuned for more. Bye.